Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time you're watching, whatever time you're listening. Welcome to Ukrainian podcast show. Today we have two very special guests. They are family, and we have Dr. Olga Revina and Mrs. Daria Revina. Welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So, like all my guests, I'd like you to give us like a kind of an elevator pitch on what you do here. So, would you like to
I may
start?
Yeah, I'm happy to be in Qatar, definitely, and we are proud. Both of us, Daria and myself, we are founders of Qatar Ukraine Business Forum, QBF LLCG, registered with Qatar Financial Center. It also for us a reason to be proud because we are registered on global prestigious platform, and we are part of family Qatar Financial Center, which unite different joint councils there, and also we are family, and we are female business council because we have a team. Ladies who are working here in Qatar and support us to develop Qatar Ukraine Business Council. Actually, our main role, we registered in our business council at the beginning of last year, but we started our activity in Qatar since 2014 as an initiative group when we moved to Qatar.
Yeah, so let's go back. I won't go into your background story, but how did you end up coming here to Qatar?
First time both of us, we were delegates of Ukrainian official delegation here for the World Chamber Congress.
Yeah, in
right?
2013.
Yeah.
Qatar was voting.
I know, we were one of the sponsors.
Oh, you see.
Did you not... I remember a delegation that...
We were a delegation from Ukraine.
Did you come to my office? It was a small office downstairs. I'm sure I had a delegation from the Ukraine.
We were just in the QNCC back then. And
you didn't go on a little tour? Did they not take you on to meet other businesses?
No. We were meeting some...
It must have been another...
Yeah, we were in just some official...
We were the only delegations that time...
From
Ukraine.
So was it just you two, or did you have more?
No, we have a few members. Maybe some of the members of our delegation visited your office. And,
I had like 5 or 6 come into my office.
Probably, because we have about 12 people. But it was our first visit, and I personally fell in love with
Was it your first visit? So first visit to Qatar?
Yeah.
What about to the Middle East? Have you been to the Middle East before?
No. Definitely we had we visited Dubai before, but in Qatar first time.
Okay.
Yeah.
And what was your impression?
I fell in love. It's my love story with Qatar. I can share, and because of when I came to Qatar, I felt something special, like this intellectual fluid I felt in the air because of small country and country of well-educated people. I got a special touch, and when we came back to Ukraine, I understood I definitely would like to come again to Qatar to see what is going on. And the same, I don't know what.
I was very impressed by the ambitions of Qatar, and of course, and considering their humble beginnings, since the country wasn't started to develop not so long ago, and what they would like to achieve, by 2030. Having a very small population, and that was something very, very interesting and very exciting.
And did you benefit from the World Chamber? Was it useful when you were at the World Chamber of Commerce?
Yeah, I think it was, as far as I remember, we made a lot of very useful contacts, and of course...
Because there was a lot of seminars, wasn't there?
There was a lot of, first of all, there was a lot of networking from all over the world, and I think that's, for us, that was basically one of the main objectives, attending this kind of events is creating this one-on-one network with all the chambers around the world and the leadership. So, it was, and plus meeting all the Qatari representatives, who were there at the forum, and it was a very good beginning.
Yeah.
Actually, that time we met with both members of Qatar Chamber. We established relations, and in few months back to Ukraine, we been invited for gala dinner organized by Qatar Chamber.
Yeah.
And because Daria and myself, we were vice chairs of International Chamber of Commerce in Ukraine. And of course, we accepted this invitation. We came to Qatar second time as already invited for gala dinner. And we met with also members of our Ukrainian embassy just established the time. And we understood maybe it's opportunity for us as professionals as well to do something here and to enhance collaboration between Qatar and Ukraine, as we have our network in Ukraine and we have our ambitions and wish to settle in Qatar, and the story happened.
So how did you go? How did you go about moving over here? Was it set up the business first and then move over, or move over and then?
Actually, I think it all started with me because back in Ukraine, I was one of the pioneers of renewable energy. When in 2008, when still Ukraine as a country didn't hear about renewable energy, what it's all about, and we were fully reliant on just the fossil fuels generation. Back then, I let's say made a brave step and started.
Why did you do that?
At first I was before in the energy field. I was working, so this was quite familiar to me. Another thing, I just got very excited, by we are talking about the very serious issue of diversification, for Ukraine. That was the key of our economy, and all of these plus. At that time, I was already involved in the international activity. I was the member of the International Committee on Green Economy of Chamber of Commerce globally. So I was already involved, let's say, in the global movement. And then I thought that it would be great to bring at least part of it to my home country.
Mm-hmm.
So and that's how it started. And then when we came to Qatar, and I understood that Qatar has certain ambitions also in terms of developing, diversifying into renewable energy, and there were several companies set up by the government for that specific reason. I actually approached one of them, and to my great excitement, I got an offer to join them.
Excellent.
And that's exactly when the economic situation was in Ukraine was already going down, and we had certain political instability. So at that moment, I felt like, okay, all my efforts are not so productive anymore in Ukraine. I have to shift my productive force to a more fertile soil, and I felt like Qatar would be great.
That was the right thing
to be involved in building up the new industry in such country as Qatar. Also sounded very exciting.
So, what was the position that you were taking up?
I was working with the chairman and CEO of the company, Qatar Solar Technologies, to help the company to actually move from the project based into a globally recognized operational company. So that was a very exciting journey, and of course working in quite a senior position and being able to somehow contribute, to the strategy of this company and to its success was a very, very interesting opportunity for me.
And Olga, did you follow? Was that your excuse then?
Of course, because
it's
our family tradition. Because many years both of us we try to join one organization or work in with one particular entity.
Somehow it happened.
It's happened.
It's not like we really tried. It just happened.
Okay.
Daria for me it's like a leader of new generation. And with her, I feel more confident. And of course, I also moved because I like Qatar very much, as I mentioned from the very beginning. My love story started, and then when I came back to Ukraine, I just told my friends how comfortable country, a lot of ambitious potential, and we can do a lot between Qatar and Ukraine. And I joined Daria, and also we have a very professional team working here in the Embassy of Ukraine in Qatar. And all together, we decided to organize, to brought Ukrainian companies for the Kavatech exhibition in 2015. And we also, in a framework of this exhibition, we organized first Qatar Ukraine Business Forum.
Okay.
Why we took this name QABF? Because we organized, in 2015, we organized first Qatar Ukraine Business Forum.
Yeah.
We invited strong speakers from Ukraine, also some delegates from Ukraine, introducing different leading companies. And we got such exciting success, and we understood this is really market and this is really niche for us to bring more practical outcomes.
Yeah. And what kind of companies, I'm not familiar with Ukraine or the type of companies. What kind of companies were coming over?
I was just wanted to add to that at that point, although it was very exciting, but still we were realizing that it's also quite an ambitious task, because at that moment, and then there was not a single Ukrainian company represented on Qatari market.
Yeah.
So we were there to pave that path, and
So you were like the flag bearers,
exactly,
coming into Qatar and going.
Qatar didn't know much about Ukraine.
No,
Ukrainians maybe have barely heard about Qatar. That's basically the starting point of that journey.
So that must be amazing to be kind of the bearers coming into a country and saying, "Hey, Ukraine, wake up."
Definitely. And also, after these exhibitions, we were so excited of first success. We just got even practical outcomes. Some companies started to trade a little bit and started to supply materials from Ukraine for construction industry here. And next year we also organized big Ukrainian pavilion on Qavatech, and then we understood we already involved in some activity. And we took a decision, Daria. Why not?
But what would the embassy? What's the embassy? Because I thought the embassy's role as well is meant to kind of, bridge that gap between Ukraine and Qatar.
Yeah,
and
definitely. We united our efforts because we have a strong network in Ukraine.
Yeah.
And also we have very productive relations with our embassy. And the embassy supported us
so they helped
registration.
You as well. Oh, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And then we decided to register Qatar Ukraine Business Forum, QABF, on the platform Qatar Financial Center, and with support of embassy and TMF group. This is how our official story happened. But at that time, already we have quite good, credit story. We already promoted Ukraine a little bit here. We established relations with key Qatari organizations, and during the year we are here. But during the summertime,
you go back to Ukraine.
Not only go back,
not for vacation.
Not for vacation.
Really?
Not only to go back
you
to
must
Ukraine.
have some beautiful summers back.
We take Qataris with us. We host Qatari delegates in Ukraine.
So
it works both ways.
Absolutely.
And maybe even more because we are Qatar Ukraine Business Forum. So what we tend to more position ourselves, we are here to support the Qatar National Vision 2030. Building that bridge with the best expertise, products and services that Ukraine can offer. So that's basically, I think, more seeing what are the opportunities on the Qatari market to satisfy the demands here, and what Ukraine can offer in that regards.
So you've taken Qatari delegation back to Ukraine?
Yes,
and
already.
Have they invested in businesses over there, or
considering it's a new market, of course, but we're already in certain discussions, and these things for sure take time. For Ukraine also, it could be the first Qatari investment into the country. So of course it's always a question who will be first and who will be the bravest, and to come into unknown land and to put their foot there. So it's but we are quite positive about things moving in the right direction.
But is Ukraine open to foreign investment? Are they?
Yeah, very much so.
Very much so.
Ukraine is very reliant on foreign direct
really?
investment, and so far it's been all coming from Europe or US, Asia, but quite few from Middle East, but not really from Qatar.
Okay, and I'm curious, what kind of companies have come after you have been here, have actually come here to Qatar? Have there been any Ukrainian companies?
Yes, we host annually. We host a lot of Ukrainian delegates.
I know, but
here.
has any done any business yet?
Business, yes.
Yes.
Trading.
Okay.
Yeah.
But also, Ukrainian, there is large Ukrainian companies in agri sector, transportation and others. Still, of course, since Qatar is developing, and now, actually quite recently only, there has been more and more opportunities for these companies to come, and more reasoning for these companies to come and establish in Qatar.
Yeah.
So I think it's all very fresh. We are trying to deliver this message that Qatar is really the market to be in, and there is still plenty of opportunities to be realized by 2030 and beyond. So we can see already that at least we could see first steps. There is some trading going on, etc. And then, of course, the next steps, hopefully, there will be a joint Qatar Ukraine joint ventures set up here in Qatar.
Hopefully.
Yeah, inshallah.
Inshallah.
Absolutely. I'm just curious. I've had various ambassadors and business councils on this show. I'm just curious, what are the Ukrainians like in doing business? Italian, with their attitude and stuff like that. Yeah, because the Germans, they're very, precise. What are Italians are quite flamboyant, and what are Ukrainians like?
Yeah, actually, it's our role to support Ukrainians to understand mentality. We try to do this. Our key message. We are telling our Ukrainian partners, please consider first. You need to create trust on Qatari market. This is the most important issue. If even you have a wonderful product, first trust, friendship, and then business. This is what maybe a new formula for Ukrainians. You need to establish relations. You need to come to visit. We try to inspire. We need to deliver this message to Ukrainian businessmen. What is culture here?
Yeah.
Just to succeed on this market.
But as to Ukrainian culture, I would say that it is rather. Ukrainians, when it comes to business, they're rather straightforward. They're very business-oriented people. But I would say, Ukrainians tend to be also very flexible. What I mean in that, Ukraine is still a relatively new economy, and we are still, we are talking about, 20 plus years, and, since the Soviet Union broke down, and so it's a relatively new economy that you had to start building from scratch. So I would say that Ukrainians have very entrepreneurial spirit, and that's, they are eager to take responsibility, to go forward, to build something, and I would say, from my experience and also being Ukrainian, I think it's a very vibrant nation with very creative people and very creative minds as well.
Yeah, because I'm sure. I'm trying to rack my brain. I'm sure it was a Ukraine delegation, but there was a university there that was very proactive in web design and that whole
Kiev Kiev Polytechnic University.
I think it was that
one of the leading.
One of the ladies was from the university.
Well, maybe you have heard about this, that Ukraine actually. IT sector is the second largest revenue generating sector in Ukraine right now. It's actually also, I think, the third largest, largest in terms of exports.
Yeah.
And the amount of IT professionals, that I think also Ukraine is like. Once again, the third place in the number of IT professionals in Ukraine after US and India. Then out of all European countries comes Ukraine.
So that's a natural resource that
it's a creative mind.
Yeah,
that's the biggest natural resource that is driving our economy, I think, nowadays, and the global economy as well.
Superb.
Yeah.
So is there a large contingent of Ukrainian people here? Is there a large?
About 2,000.
2,000?
Yeah.
And what kind of sectors are they working in?
Hospitality.
Hospitality.
Lots of hospitality, but also more and more in the, in the engineering roles, Qatar Airways is quite a large number, especially of the crew from Ukraine. So I would say this consulting and sales, engineering, these kind of functions.
Nice. So moving forward, as we're getting closer to the World Cup, how do you see your role progressing here in Qatar?
We would like to be a reputed business council here, who established a bridge between Qatar and Ukraine to increase the speed of partnership. We would like to to make more promotional, more introductory here, and also we do the same in Ukraine because of lack of information. This is what we understood. We have great potential, Qatar and Ukraine. And Ukraine is smart people, rich resources, also here a lot of opportunities, highly educated Qataris also. I think we have a wonderful opportunity, and then we are ready to pioneer this.
And how do you get that message out? How are you using, are you just using social media to get the message out about Ukraine, or is it basically, networking these embassy functions and that you get invited to? How
it's I think it's the most important. Social media, of course, is good, but I think the one-on-one direct contact, people go in the first hand, visiting the country, visiting Ukraine, seeing real opportunities in the country. And also we are glad that so many already Qataris who are just thank you to them that they trusted us in discovering the new country. So, and they're ready to go there to see what are the opportunities, how things could be done, how we could work with Ukrainians. So this is, of course, such practical steps are very, very important. Of course, also our events, I think, make sense to mention.
We also do some kind. As I mentioned, we host Ukrainians coming during the year to Qatar, and we also host Qatari delegates coming to Ukraine. And as we understood clearly, lack of information does not give us opportunity to speed partnership between Qatar and Ukraine. We decided to issue QEBF overview. This is like a newsletter which we produce, and we put not only news about our QEBF Business Council, we also introduce information about economic news in Qatar and Ukraine and impressive highlights what is going on in country, in Ukraine and Qatar, and we disseminate this QEBF overview here in Qatar and also in Ukraine. And we got already some positive feedback. Some companies started to contact us, and we also agreed all companies coming and Ukrainians to come here for exhibitions, because exhibitions are popular here. This is the first step on the market. This is a key message we would like to deliver to Ukrainian counterparts. And we try to attract more and more Ukrainians to participate in exhibition, and we do B2B for them, because we are here. We already created some kind of networking. We already established relations with key Qatari organizations. And we feel confident, and we can accompany ambitious Ukrainian companies who would like to come to enter Qatari market. We can provide them with the right contact. This is save their time and investment. This is context is important. This is why we are here.
And the same for the Qataris going to Ukraine. Of course, it's very important to have a trusted partner who can accompany you on the market.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's what we are doing. And on top of that, I just want to add that we were doing some events already. Like, for example, we were the key partner of the Qatar Airways business breakfast in Ukraine.
Oh, okay.
That was also the first. I think that was sometime in November.
At the end of December last year, we are proud to be a key partner of Qatar Airways Business Breakfast in Ukraine. We delivered a key message and information about Qatar highlights. Such kind of events, I think, support us to enhance collaboration.
Absolutely.
And now also we are very excited. It's still in the very early stages of preparation, but we managed to agree that we're going to be hosting the first of such level Qatar Ukraine Business Forum that will be in October of 2019.
20th October,
jointly with the Qatar Financial Center, who will be our hosting partner here.
Nice.
Yeah, we are very much proud
Yeah.
and of course excited now to prepare this event on a high level, to select the right companies from Ukraine and of course speakers who can deliver the most comprehensive message about collaboration and Qatar Ukraine. I think this event definitely will support us to attract more attention and to create stronger network with local business community.
Absolutely. And do you interact with the rest of the other business councils? Do you?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
We like this opportunity which Qatar Financial Center just gave us to meet every quarter. We have a chance to meet with other business councils.
Oh, okay.
We know
Yeah.
each other. We invite each other at different events,
Yeah.
and we are happy to see each other. And I think we are already like a club of joint business council, united by Qatar Financial Center.
Absolutely. No, it's great what Qatar Financial Center are doing, allowing these business councils to be registered underneath them.
Yes, wonderful platform.
Yeah, absolutely.
We learn from each other and we can contribute.
Yeah. Now, if anyone wants to find more information about Ukraine and the work that you guys actually do, how do they find out?
We can. I mean, the website is qubf.org.
QUBF.
QUBF.org. Yeah.
Qatar Ukraine Business Forum, just
Yeah.
short name QBF.
And our hashtag is also very easy. It's just QBF,
Yeah.
which you can find on the
And any
social
other
media.
any other social media platforms? Do you use Facebook?
We use Facebook.
Facebook, yeah.
Facebook, mainly Facebook and LinkedIn.
So you can learn. You put information up
Sure.
about companies and stuff like that.
And our events and
Yeah.
overall about Ukraine, and also our newsletter. We are happy to share.
And
Super.
and we have also relations with key Ukrainian organizations.
Well, you have to,
Ukraine,
because you still have to find out what's
and
going
then
on.
we
in,
share all our news, and our ambitious plans with
Super.
our friends,
Yeah.
and also with our counterparts, of course.
No, that's
This is-
great. Well, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you.
Thanks for sharing all the information.
Thank you very much.
I admire what you're doing, and I wish you all the best. And hopefully, we'll see some Ukrainian businesses come into Qatar.
Thank you, because we are sure if you have ability to contribute something to the prosperity of this world, you should take advantage. and do it.
Absolutely. Yeah. No, for sure.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for watching, and we'll catch up with you next week. Take care. Bye bye.